Hello, online sellers. Jordan Malik, founder of JordanMalik.com and HonestOnlineSelling.com. And I wanted to talk about a couple trends. It's mid-May 2015. And I'm seeing a lot of hype about something, and I'm seeing very little hype about another thing. And I want to alert them to you. I normally don't do these sorts of things, kind of alert you to trends or advise you. Most of my advice is like just practical hands-on stuff about how to win selling on Amazon, selling on eBay. This is a little different. To start, I don't want to come across as a thought leader. I hate that phrase. Thought leader strikes me, when you see somebody's resume, or these people that I've worked for in the past, on their resume, I'm a thought leader is what they say in their executive summary. That just strikes me as somebody who sits around thinking all day and not doing. So I don't want to come across like that. I'm not trying to predict the future. Just the way that I see things. If you're totally focused on e-commerce and selling on Amazon, selling on eBay, and you're wondering, hey, where is all this headed? Where do I fit in? If you're ever worried like me, is there a saturation point where there's too many sellers, too much inventory on Amazon or eBay, and what's next, and how can you position yourself? That's why I did this. So the first thing, let's talk about the number 2 item I had, was the hypey thing that's going on right now. I don't know if you've been watching the news. Google is adding a buy button to a lot of their listings. So in other words, if you do a search for Kate Spade patent leather shoes, and you're on a mobile device right now, this only works if you're on a mobile device, or will only work in the short term on a mobile device, you may see in the item, the Google results, do a search on Google, you see the item, there'll be a buy button. Okay, so the press is all over this. Since they announced this is on a Sunday today, they announced this maybe 48 hours ago. There's been 103 plus articles on this. Google adding buy buttons, and the press that's writing this is basically trying to say Amazon and eBay's days are numbered. Not days are numbered, but they're saying that this is going to be a big blow to their business. And I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. And that's why I wanted to put this video together for you, is that type of news and that alarmist spin on things can make you guys worry. And I've seen this happen again and again and again. A major company unveils something new or does something new, and then the only thing that the media looks for is the negative and tries to sensationalize what's going to happen. So look, the reason why I bring that up is Google's got some major obstacles, right? So all the press is saying, well, now Google's going to take a bite out of eBay's business or bite out of Amazon's business. You got to remember some things. One is, for Google to pull this off, for Google to get the buyer, like I guess the average consumer, to buy from Google versus eBay or Amazon, they've got to change buyer behavior. Everybody has said that the people that go on Amazon are ready to buy. When they search for a product, you're really looking to buy something. The people that are doing searches on Google are doing their product research first, okay? So I'm not saying that Google's going to fail at this, but I don't see a very big impact at all, at least for the next year. Google has to change the buyer behavior. Google has to tell you, basically, as a consumer, hey, you're about to go buy this on Amazon or eBay, but you can buy it right here. And that's, after all the consumers have been so used to buying on eBay or buying on Amazon or buying on direct on Macy's.com or Kmart.com, that's going to be harder to do than what's being positioned in the press. Google has to surmount buyers' fears, right? So eBay had a long history of being associated with fraud, both in the beginning of their e-commerce venture, whatever that was 20 years ago, and right up through today, is that eBay is commonly associated with fraud. And despite that, they still do something like, $20 billion in sales a year. I forget the exact number, but the dollar volume is somewhere near Amazon's, the last that I checked, in terms of total number of sales. So eBay had to overcome that fear. And, the reality is that when you buy anything online, particularly when you buy something on eBay because of PayPal, your transaction is relatively safe. The amount of fraudulent transactions is a very, very small fraction, less than, probably far less than 1%. It's probably less than 0.5%. I don't know the exact number. Google has to surmount those buyers' fears that they're clicking a buy now button on something they've never done before directly on the Google website. So a buyer is going to be like, what the heck is this? Google has a lot of kind of subtle education they have to do to that potential buyer. And remember that e-commerce is not Google's core business. Something like 97% of their revenue, I don't know the exact amount, but 97% of the revenue, a majority of Google's revenue, almost near 100%, comes from their advertising initiatives, their mobile ads, their display ads, etc. People, advertisers pay to have their ads run on Google. E-commerce is not their core business. That means Google may not be as nimble as we all think they are in being able to become a major entrant who's going to take business away from Amazon or eBay. So the translation from me to you is, if you've been watching all this press, don't worry about it. The chances are things are going to get better for you as a third-party merchant and not worse. And what I mean is there's a number of things that could happen. Google's initiative into adding this buy button could expand, and it could do fairly well, and it can let an opportunity. I primarily think they're targeting large merchants right now with it, but that may trickle down to the small independent merchant who has their own website. So they may be able to easily add, the first movers, or the first people that stay on top of this, may be able to easily add or have that capability for their own small mom and pop e-commerce store. If you don't sell on Google and you only sell on Amazon or eBay, I wouldn't be worrying too much about this. If anything, I think Amazon and eBay are going to get paranoid and make things even better for the seller. Because now you're going to see a lot more avenues for third-party sellers, and you already are seeing that. There's a lot of different avenues for third-party sellers, both independent people like me and then smaller organizations, to sell products online. Facebook is experimenting with selling products within groups. Walmart is going to be experimenting with apparently a third-party fulfillment, right? Sears has third-party merchants already. The Sears and Rakuten group of companies has third-party merchants, and I can't attest to the quality or how good that is. Okay, so if anything, with Google entering, I think Amazon and eBay may get paranoid, may do even a better job. I think Amazon does a pretty good job treating their sellers. eBay, we know, has work to do. I think there'll be more initiative to help third-party merchants and less initiative to raise our fees, because they know that there's going to be much more avenues today than there were 5 years ago for us as third-party merchants to go and sell our products exclusively on a single platform. Let's talk about the trend to watch. This one gets a lot less play, I think, than this Google buy button did. And that's all this local, you're hearing a lot about local delivery, same-day delivery, last-mile delivery, right? If you look at the way Amazon FBA works today, right, all the hype that you're hearing right now is about Amazon FBA. And yes, it's a great business, there's no doubt. But what you're not hearing is the inefficiencies. Yes, there's actual inefficiencies. You hear that Amazon's profit margins are razor thin in this business because there's a lot of logistics involved, right? I'm here in Levittown, New York. This is me in Long Island. When I send my products into an FBA warehouse, they travel, 300 miles, 400 miles or so at least, to this warehouse in Pennsylvania. If they're not going here, they're going to somewhere else. They're going to Chicago, Illinois, West Coast, right? What happens if somebody who lives in the Hamptons, which is about, 2-hour drive from me, let's say 3-hour drive, or somebody even closer at 2 or 3 towns over, when they buy my product I have sitting in the Amazon warehouse, that's got to make a trip back from the fulfillment center in Pennsylvania or wherever the fulfillment center is in the country. So it's taken 1 to 2 days to get to the Amazon FBA fulfillment center warehouse, another 1 or 2 days to go back to that customer in the Hamptons. It's incredibly inefficient. But that's the way, unfortunately, fulfillment works today, particularly with a company like Amazon, right? There's no way around that. And that costs Amazon a lot of money, and that costs you as a seller. That's where your seller fees are coming in because of that high cost of Amazon, right? You could probably spend less money and just drive it over. What did I just say there? Okay, so that's where this same-day delivery comes in. And that's why you hear a lot about Amazon doing same-day delivery of groceries in major cities. Okay? Amazon's not going to just limit that. Someday Amazon will have same-day delivery anywhere. And how are they going to get that same-day delivery in cities or regions where Amazon doesn't have a major presence? They're going to either rely on courier services, small courier service that will be willing to pick up the item from you, a third-party merchant, or a store, or a major store, and deliver that item to that buyer who's close by. That Efficient same-day delivery ultimately means a lower price, the customer wins, lower delivery cost, Amazon wins, and the higher margin, the seller wins, right? That's why you're seeing very subtly over the past few months where Amazon is saying they might let merchants ship Amazon Prime from their home, from their third-party warehouse, their own third-party warehouse. So in other words, Amazon has been experimenting, allowing third-party merchants like you and me, and I think they're only doing this right now for the major third-party merchants that have excellent customer metrics, right? They're letting those third-party merchants put a Prime, make it Prime eligible, their products Prime eligible. Now, why is Amazon doing that? Why are they letting third-party merchants call their stuff available for Prime when the third-party merchant themselves is shipping it from their home or their own warehouse? Well, that is the beginning, in my opinion, of Amazon allowing same-day delivery or providing same-day delivery wherever there are third-party merchants, right? If you're somebody like me and you've got Cadbury Easter eggs that you can't ship into the Amazon warehouse, serving a very niche, small market, Amazon wants to facilitate that transaction. If they know that you've got these Cadbury eggs stored at home, there's probably somebody around you if you're in a major city, or not even a major city, a minor city, right? I'm in Levittown, New York. There's probably somebody in the Hamptons right now that's searching online for Cadbury eggs. Amazon can't deliver it because it's too hot. They don't have any in their warehouses. They may rely on a merchant like me to find some way to get those eggs out there, whether it's same Cadbury chocolate eggs out there, whether it's same-day delivery or driving it over. And Amazon is probably going to properly incentivize myself or a third-party courier service to do that. And they're going to be even more incentivized to do it because they want to be the first and foremost in customers' minds when a customer needs a same-day delivery of an item. They don't want Walmart to beat them to it. They don't want Google to beat them to it. They don't want eBay, the local grocery store. They want to be, and Jeff Bezos has said this several times, is that they want to be able to be the customer's first choice to deliver anything, anywhere, anytime, or something to that effect. Okay, so think about your role as a third-party merchant. You've been shipping all your stuff in Amazon FBA, or you've got selling stuff third-party here, or here meaning in your home. You got the merchandise stored in your home or your warehouse, or you're an eBay seller who's got all your merchandise at your house. Within the next 3, 6, 12 months, you're going to find it's going to be a lot easier for you. There's going to be services cropping up that you may see them contact you and say, hey, we notice you've got this item in stock. Whether you're an eBay seller, we see that you're in Levittown, New York, or we see that you're an Amazon seller based in, Cupertino, California. There's a customer one town over from you. They're in a 3-mile drive and they need this product that you have. Instead of shipping it, direct or shipping it to the Amazon warehouse, can you deliver it to them? We'll give you an incentive. We'll pay you X amount of dollars. Okay. So think about that as you're conducting your sales activity on Amazon or eBay. Keep your metrics up, because I think companies, not just Amazon and eBay, I think other companies that are going to be first with this local delivery service in your area for any product, they're going to be contacting you saying, hey, we notice you've got this inventory. We need it delivered at this certain location. Can you help us out? And they'll pay you. They'll give you an incentive to do that because the competition is going to be too high for them to expect you to do it for free. Right? Or maybe somebody like Amazon may waive their commission, right? They may waive their seller fees to you and say, we'll waive all the fees if you can get this to the customer within 24 hours. And you may have an incentive then eventually 2, 3, 4 years from now, you may be making 20 deliveries a day. And all because the customers found you on Amazon, but you're not paying Amazon any commission fees. Wouldn't you like to save some commission fees? This is all conjecture. I don't have any insider information. I'm not a thought leader. I'm not telling you to do things a certain way, but certainly keep your eyes peeled out for initiatives like that, because I think companies are going to be contacting independent merchants like you and me. Walmart rolls out cheap shipping to vie with Amazon. Here's another reason for Amazon to start getting paranoid. And when Amazon starts getting paranoid about third-party competition, about competition for selling products or delivering products or cheap shipping or whatever, Amazon's going to be looking to the third-party merchants more, right? So if Amazon says, we can't get this product to them same day, or we can't get this product to them free, but it's really cheap for Jordan to do it because he's in Levittown and the customers in the Hamptons, New York. We'll have him do it, but we'll pay him to do it, right? So keep your eyes peeled for this sort of thing. Now everybody's coming out saying we're going to offer free shipping to all the giants. Walmart is saying eBay is reported to be experimenting with free three-day shipping or something to that effect. I forget what it is. That puts you in a great position as a third-party merchant because you're more nimble than Amazon itself. You're more nimble than eBay itself. You're more nimble than Walmart. If you have the ability to deliver goods locally, these folks are going to be looking at you. So those are the two trends I wanted to give you a heads up on. Again, I don't normally do this. I would like your feedback. If you head over to jordanmalik.com/blog and look for the envelope icon, you shoot me an email. Or if you found this video on Facebook or YouTube, write a comment below. And I'd like to hear your feedback on it. If you like these types of videos too, that will help me as well. We'll talk to you soon.